Welcome to another episode of Beyond Choose the Detective Gomez Files. I'm your host, Detective Gomez. Today I want to talk about being impaired and driving. Okay, those two things aren't good. An accident happens here a few days ago here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where a man drove 38 miles with the legless body of a hit-and-run victim in the passenger seat. This guy was so impaired, and sadly to say that this guy by the name of Nestor Lan Flores thought he had hit a deer. And police went back to the scene of the accident and found it was a homeless man that hit and found his legs in the middle of the street of the highway. So my point is, if you're impaired and you can't drive, don't drive. Or if you see someone that you think might be impaired and don't help them. Tell them no. Find some way to help them. This homeless man lost his life just a few days ago, and it's sad. It's sad. And this guy was so impaired, he drove 38 miles before stopping at Jack in the Box, and had no idea that he had a human being in the front seat of his car that had gone through the windshield and probably bleeding to death. It's just sad that people are still doing things like this. And there's a lady that actually called the police, said, I'm at Jack in the Box, just came to the drive-thru. There's a guy in a car. It looks like he's been in a car wreck. And he slumped over the seat. I just wanted to make sure he was okay. So she calls the police, calls 911. And he drove to a city by the name of White Settlement, a Jack in the Box there. He went in there, asked to use a charger for his phone. But he thought he hit a deer. The police department says once we placed him in the back seat of our car, said he smelled like a brewery in the back seat of his patrol car. So he obviously been drinking. So the police department says it's unfortunate that he did not realize that this was a human being and stopped to render aid and call for help. He said when you're impaired to this level, when you hit a pedestrian on the roadway and you think it's an animal, that's significant impairment. I'm sorry for the person that lost his life, but there's just no excuse for it. I mean, the police department says they're waiting for the blood alcohol test to come back, and they're charging with intoxicating manslaughter. But there's no reason for this homeless person to lose their life just because someone decided to drink and get behind the wheel of a car. You get behind a wheel of a car. Cars are deadly, even at 10 or 20 miles an hour. If you're not in control of the vehicle, you can kill somebody, hurt somebody. But this particular person decided to drive intoxicated and kill somebody. Hit him so hard it knocks his legs off him. So the reason I'm doing this podcast today is to talk about this particular situation, which is serious, and to let you know that if you know somebody that wants to drive while they're impaired, but whether it's through prescription drugs, smoking something, or drinking a whole lot of something, help them, stop them, because they could kill themselves or kill somebody else, and it's just not worth it. There's so many other options they can use to get home these days, but besides getting behind the wheel, there's always that one person that says, I can drive. Don't worry about it, I'm not going to drive. Sometimes you can't drive, and sometimes it's better just to sleep and wake up the next morning. But this person is going to be facing some charges, and he probably won't get out of jail for a while, all because he wanted to get behind the wheel. So please, if you know somebody, again, I'm going to say this one more time, if you know somebody, you think you know somebody that may have this kind of situation, maybe an alcoholic, get them help quick, because it's just not worth it. And I'll tell you right now, during the holiday season, the police departments are out there. They're looking for DWIs, which is called driving while intoxicated or driving under the influence, whatever you want to call it. They're looking for you. So it's not worth going to jail and paying all these fines just because you thought you could make it home. So please be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm Detective Gomez. Enjoy your holiday. And thanks for listening to Beyond Cheaters with Detective Gomez. Visit me at Detective Gomez. Take care. I'll see you next time.